on today's episode, we are going to talk about a very, very sensitive issue that a lot of men face. It doesn't matter whether you are in your 20s, your 30s, 40s, 60s. A lot of men go through this phase of their life. And so let's talk about it today. Now, if you've been avoiding intimacy because you wake up feeling that what happened to your sexual drive, I want you to know that you are not alone. There are a lot of men that are facing this problem. So the key is to identify the causes, the reason why this happened to us, and then what are some of the natural ways we can use to be able to effectively combat this for the long-term solution. We're not looking for a quick fix. We're looking for something that can help us, a guide that can help us to gain our sexual strength back. And we're talking about erectile dysfunction here. There are many reasons for erectile dysfunction, ranging from poor blood flow to our pelvic area, or things like other diseases or things that lower our nitric oxide levels, or other things like psychological reasons why men lose their sexual function. This can be a lot of masturbation or watching pornography, that can actually rewire the brain, and so men can experience sexual dysfunction that way. And today, I'm not really talking about bringing you down why you're experiencing that, but my goal today is to give us a guide, a step-by-step guide. What are some of the natural ways that you and I can use to be able to gradually gain our sexual function back? There are natural ways that we can use, and there are medications that we can use. But today, I want to talk about mostly the free natural ways. Now, remember, this is not a quick fix because erectile dysfunction is something that you don't really want a quick fix, because you want to attack the reason so that gradually we can gain our sexual function back. There are many natural ways, but what I found to work effectively for the long term, there are three free natural ways, and actually has been proven scientifically to help us to be able to gradually gain our sexual function back. The first one is called the Kegel exercise. The Kegel exercise, the Kegel exercise. These are exercises that will strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. All right. So remember that the pelvic floor muscles, when they are strong, they help with the rigidity of the penis. So when you are having a sexual intercourse, the pelvic floor muscles, when they are very strong, they will help so that your penis is very rigid so that you can be able to have a normal sexual intercourse. Now, what happened to many people is that as people age or they have different conditions, the pelvic muscle become weak. And so it causes us to lose our sexual function. And there are many studies that has been done to prove what the pelvic muscle does to our sexual function. In fact, it actually helps us to maintain a long-term solution of erectile dysfunction. So this is something that you can do on a regular basis. Okay, you can do this on a regular basis, and all you have to do is to Google Kegel exercise for men. It's very simple. I'm not able to demonstrate it to you on this platform here right now, but you can Google that and begin to do these exercises. And once your pelvic floor muscle are strengthened, it will improve your erectile function. In fact, there have been several studies that has been done, and men who engage in this regular pelvic floor exercises or the Kegel exercises, well, in addition to just regular walking exercise, they show that they have significant improvement in their sexual function. So this is something that will help anyone who is suffering from erectile dysfunction, or if you don't have erectile dysfunction yet, doing this exercise will prevent you from having erectile dysfunction in the future. So this is huge, and it's a long-term solution to people who are suffering from erectile dysfunction or people who just want to do this to maintain their erectile function. It's free, and I recommend that all men from the ages of 30 and above begin to do these exercises on a regular basis. The second free method that again is a long-term solution is changing our diet. There's a diet called the Mediterranean diet. Okay, the Mediterranean diet, what it does, and you can Google what a Mediterranean diet is basically eating vegetables, nuts, legumes, lean meat, fish, and chicken, and all, really limiting your carbohydrates. And so people who are taking Mediterranean diet, what it does is that it reduces the oxidative stress and then inflammation, which actually will disturb the endothelial function of the blood vessels. So what I found out was that people who are Mediterranean diet will reduce this inflammation, increase their nitric oxide level because the endothelial function is improved, and so blood supply to the penis tissue are improved, and therefore they have reduction in their erectile dysfunction. So then the Mediterranean diet, again, remember we're talking about not a quick fix, but we're talking about a long-term fix to this problem. And also the Mediterranean diet will reduce your insulin resistance, which again is a huge thing in erectile dysfunction. So talking about the Kegel exercise, the Mediterranean diet, and the third free method that has been proven again scientifically to improve erectile function is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is where you eat and you don't eat for at least 10 hours, up to 16 hours, and then you eat again. And what they found out is that intermittent fasting again reduces insulin resistance. And when the insulin resistance is reduced, guess what? You lose weight, it reduces metabolic syndrome, and also increases again improves the endothelial function, causes more supply of blood to your penile tissue or other cardiovascular area, and increases your nitric oxide production. And by doing that, you have a blood flow to the penis, and that's how we improve our erectile function. So these three areas, things, they are free, but again, they are long-term solution to us men who are suffering from erectile dysfunction. And as you practice these things on a regular basis, you begin to see an improvement in your erectile function, and you'll be able to get your confidence back again. So if you are watching this video and you actually have tried these things and has worked for you, I want you to leave a comment below. And also, if you have tried other things that has worked for you, leave a comment below, because this is a very, 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 very sensitive issue to us men, and all of us want to learn to improve our sexual life. Now, again, if this information has been helpful to you, I want you to subscribe to the channel, and also just share this information with all men, because you will never know who is going to benefit from it. Now, on the next video, we're going to continue on this topic, and I'm going to bring to you other aspects that will help all of us to gain our confidence back again. Until then, this is Dr. Moses, and I'll see you on the next episode.